Look at this thing. It's a race car. Look at, we got bars out to the front.
What?
Yeah, dude. This thing's gonna be stout.
You check out how he tied it in under there.
Ties into the shock tower.
No way.
Amish soldier.
Okay, so the car we got in today is Allison's Dart. We're going to give it a nice makeover. It currently has a basic roll cage in there, no A-pillars. So we're going to turn this into an 850. We're going to go to chrome ollie. This damn sun. Going to go to chrome ollie. This is currently mild steel. So it's all going to get TIG welded, all that stuff. We're going to give it the little kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? First thing we got to do is we got to get excited with the Sawzall. Get that son of a gun ripped out of there. We are all loaded up. Got 7.6 of 4130, inch and 5/8 here at Tubular Techniques. Okay, I'm applying to become a painter, as it sees. We're going to try these voiceovers. See how well it does. There's a lot of background noise on this day and a couple of these days, so bear with me on these voice things. But I'm laying this tape on the roof so that way I can mark it with a Sharpie without marking on the car itself. Oh, there's Casper. He came and he went. Good old dog. Anyways, here I am funneling the tape, making sure it's sticking the way I want it to so it don't fall off. Yep. I got this boomerang that I pulled out of my ass out of thin air, it looked like. I use this to mock up for the main hoop. Gives me a visual representation. Yep. A little booty shake, don't know why. But now I'm contemplating my life decisions. Listen to Nickelback probably in the background. If I was a bet man. I grabbed this angle finder here. I zeroed it off the rear deck lid so that way I can see how the top of the bar is going to be. And when I put my template up there, because I used everything off of this is how I build everything. I don't know exactly what angle I want to put it at, because this thing kind of curves. My knee at the land here, so that's where the poster board comes in. You can clip it in to tape it, however. It assimilates a straight line from the two from point A to point B. I want it to be straight. And since we got two, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it keeps it straight.
Oh yeah, once I get it.
Once it's tight.
Once I get it where I want it. Yeah, right there.
There you go. That's pretty tight.
That assimilates a straight line from my point A to my point B, because I really don't care about this curvature. And you can't come out and then back in and then back down. I look goofy. So might as well get it symmetrical with the body itself. Yeah, diesel or is that a pickup up? Oh, I think that's Tommy.
That might be the Tommy boy.
Oh, that's Tommy.
Yep, that's definitely Tommy.
Look at his ass. Oh, I'm gonna holler at him. Casper, no. Casper, no. Casper, no.
Casper, get back inside.
What the hell? Hey, some of us are trying to sleep. Huh?
You got work to do.
I've been sleeping.
Hey,
What?
him filming. He's filming
Oh
me
my God.
filming.
Yeah, that's it.
What's going
We
on
gotta
here?
get
Getting
production.
anything done?
No.
Hey, look, we are charging by the hour. Okay?
Oh, look at the dog.
Hey, he's just.
Oh.
Is he on the clock?
Yeah, we're all on the clock.
He's
We
the
charge
only
by
one
the
that's
hour.
done any work today.
Nobody's getting anything done.
I trust him. He looks like he knows what he's doing.
He's got a blue eye and a brown eye.
He's a handsome boy.
He is handsome. He's a hot boy.
Oh, you're squished over there.
All right. Let's go see what you've done.
A whole lot of nothing, a
A
whole
whole
lot
lot
of
of nothing.
everything.
Looks like you got some chrome molly over here. Hello, doll. Hello, sweet doll.
Fairly a swap.
You Just lost 500 subscribers.
That's all right.
He said just lost. I said you lost 500.
Stop. Thank you. Well, here we are about to doodle on this table. I'm making a reference line after I do the wax on, wax off the thing. I measure from the top side of the table down for the height of the main hoop. Look at me being so strong. I mark my mouth. Anyways, we're going to slide it up to the edge where I measured from. Get all serious with it. Here we are doodling this side. It's like arts and crafts in kindergarten. We're going to do the same in the other. That way they're symmetrical. There I am using this toothless bandsaw. I think I hear Tommy. Nope. I'm disappointed. Anyways, I'm here debating on if I want to go to the next family reunion or not. Well, I'm still waiting. I think we're getting close now. Yep. So I went ahead and got the A-pillars all tacked in and bent up pretty high and tight. They put a new headliner in this thing. We built it to the old one. I was kind of scared of how it was going to fit, but it fits exactly how I wanted it to. Got it extremely tight to every direction. Kicked it out a little bit just so I can have room to weld. The A-pillar tubes are tight, but we can still get in behind there and weld. We had to get creative and build like a little step for the A-pillar to land on, just to weigh the like frame rail. There's a like part of the frame rail is in behind here. That's where the old cage was, and it stops about here, and the edge of it's there. So my only options were we could put it on top and have it slammed up against this where I can't weld all the way around, or have it clear over here and have all the room in the world to weld. However, it's too far in for my liking. So I build this, and then we'll go back through, and I'm gonna make some plates to cover this hole, weld it to that, weld it to the plate, and then weld that to the floor. And bent it so it can be flat on the floor, because I try not to like have anything directly stabbing it, and we're gonna have to on this one. This gives it a little bit more strength. As you put bends in things, it actually makes it a little bit stronger, because you're changing the direction that the force is being applied. And when the door is shut, it's going to be tight, but it works good. That sucker is tight. I don't think you could get it really any tighter than this without putting a crazy amount of hours into it. So right now I'm actually laying out the roof bar, and we're trying to keep the visors along with the rear view mirror. But on these old school cars, they use like a weather seal to hold the wind in and all that stuff. It actually slides into that groove right there, up in there. So we want to make sure that, well, one, the windshield is getting installed after the cage is done, and two, anything in the future, if this window has to come out, you don't want to make it impossible by denying access to their access point. When you plan this stuff out, you want to make sure of two things: accessibility for everything, for future plans, but also serviceability. So you want to make it easy. If it's something simple to get to, take a couple more minutes designing the parts, so that way when it's time, or at the racetrack, you don't want to scramble around, look for a bunch of tools or take a bunch of shit off. So spend the time at the shop, so that way you can save time at the track. And that's kind of how I'm building this. We want to be able to service the windshield, to be able to put it in, but also if it needs to come back out again. We want to try to keep the visors and rear view mirror, the factory stuff. We're doing that. It's also gonna have the back seat along with a full interior. So we wanna make sure this thing looks like Dodge built this thing. That's kind of what we're going at. Don't mind the beard. Decided to go Mennonite, and this is my punishment. But anyways, this is probably one of the easiest cars I've ever actually had to construct a cage in. And it's going pretty smoothly. Everything's fitting the way it should. But I've also made a lot of mistakes in order to learn from them. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this roof part. There's a lot of things that how I do this stuff. I got plenty of other videos showing all that stuff. So we're gonna try to make this video a little bit different, just to see how well it can do. Damn, I look like I freaking go around sniffing Barney's butt. When I'm laying out rear down tubes, I like to use this string. It gives you the angles you need, but also can kind of give you an idea of how it's gonna look before you even cut a piece of tube. Run all the way down to the base plate. Well, we got all the tubes in that we need before we start welding out. Started welding a little bit. After it's all welded, we need to add a tube that goes from the main hoop to down in that area, and then dash bar. But we're also going to do some front end tubes. We're going to have the tube run on the inside here, and it's going to come out and around this area and come down to the frame. But all that needs to be done after this is all done.
But I guarantee that I'm in.
So what I'm doing here, we want to add tubes from the A-pillar all the way to the front frame rail. However, in order to do this in one piece, you would almost have to cut the whole front clip off in order to slide the tube in. So what I've done is I got slugs inside of here that I'm welding all the way around the base with a rosette weld. And I'm doing it where it's going to be reinforced by a plate within the shock tower mount. So we're actually going to make a piece that will cover all that, to tie all of that together. But that slug goes 4 inches into each side, and it's a very precise fit. It could almost fly how it is. However, we are going to weld it just so it's super strong. But because we got that slug on the inside, it's going to take a lot for it to shear that. This is for the passenger side, but this is what it looks like, what I was talking about. We have a slug that goes about 4 inches inside. I'll weld it around before I put it in. And then the front half is just going to slide over top of that, up against that weld. And then I'll be able to weld that seam and also a little plug weld there as well.
Everything I write is like an essay. Intro, body, and an outro segue. I don't give a fuck with what your ex say. There's 2 sides to the whole shit, like a set tape. She don't carry none but some dead weight. Bring me to your door, I can ship it to you next day. I can see through you like an x-ray. If you want smoke, we can take a cigarette break. You are not a shooter, I ain't jumping at your head fake, bitch. Look at my belt.
So since I slugged it, I went ahead and welded the rosette welds. I welded the slug all the way together, connecting the 2 pieces, and then I made this little cut piece. It's going to slide over top of that. You'll weld it all the way around, even at the top and the bottom of the shock mount. Oh, it ties all this back together. Hope you came to see us. So this is that strap I showed you. It cups around the 2 splices and then gets welded to the upper and the lower side of this shock mount to really tie everything together. These front tubes come out of the inner fender, get welded to the frame rail. Also comes through the firewall and connects to the A-pillar here. The other cool thing is we use some of these, I don't know what they call them, but it makes the dash bar removable. In this case, we had to go underneath the dash, just the way everything worked out. However, with an 850 that has the stock floor pan and stock firewall, the dash bar is not required. I like putting them in along with Jeff. We both came to the agreement of let's make it removable, so that way if anything has to be accessed, you can just undo these bolts. We put some gussets on, the triangle ones up top and then the 2 little ones there. I couldn't get the very top of it. It's maybe 1%. However, we went ahead and added the gussets to make up for that. Those will work up to 25% in completed weld. We have it going down, following the roof line, so that way the rear seat can still be used. And if someone's sitting back there, they're not going to bang their heads on it. We have the rear down tubes. This tube here goes all the way up to the main hoop. This tube is just, midway, just a support. And then there's also a tube up there connecting it from left to right. So this son of a gun is extremely tight, and the car is going to respond very well to all this. They're going to be picking this up in the morning, so only thing I got left to do is just really put some parts on the inside and then put the front wheels back on. And then put it on the ground and load it up, and it's off to the next thing.
I love how you did the down bars. When they're painted black, you're not even gonna be able to tell they're there. Pretty sweet.
So with these gussets that we put on the main hoop, that you can clearly see, I couldn't get the very top, which it's a small amount, but gussets can make up to 25% of an unfinished weld. Clearly we want to weld as much as we can reach.
Yeah.
But the gussets make up for that. And there's also gussets up at the roof. If you look at that, they're triangles though.
Oh yeah, I see.
Okay, I'm filming you, filming me, filming you.
What, say that again one more time,
That's
slower?
it. I'm filming you, filming me, filming you.
But I'm filming you, filming me, filming you.
Oh, hell no.
Filming.
Yeah, so we put the little cover plates on the side because we had to make a little fancy step because the subframe. It's weird. I've never seen cars like this. This is the first one I've dealt with the subframe clear on the side like that. Of course, it was right in the way of,
Right.
and they had landed everything. But
Yeah, the longer I have this car, the more I realize it's just a giant pain in the behind.
oh, check this out.
Ooh, is that a new metal?
No, that's the one you had. I just relocated it.
Heck yeah.
What do you think of that?
Oh my gosh.
And then there's
that
that.
looks really good. I could fit a suitcase back there for sick week. Yeah.
And then if you look inside the wheel well at your shock,
Oh wow.
but yeah, we tied all that in. So the shock is tied to the tube, and then the tube obviously goes through and goes to the cage.
Freaking awesome. This actually turned out pretty good too. It doesn't look as goofy as I was picturing.
And then all your,
I still use my mirror.
oh God, that damn mirror. You know what's crazy? That mirror is what caused a lot of headaches. And your sun visors can come down, not a lot, but they can come down enough to get it probably out of your eye.
Well, man, you went above and beyond then.
Well, that was the end of the video. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Wasn't a usual video, had a lot going on in there, but we'll work through it. And all the people that watch to the end, I have a few questions. What kind of direction do we want to take the channel? Do we want to do more of like the vlog style and show more behind the scenes of the day-to-day stuff? Keep it strictly the projects only? Behind the scenes, but there's also a lot of just thinking. I spend most of my time thinking than I ever show on the camera. But I just want to hear what y'all's thoughts are. But anyways, I appreciate everyone for watching. Until next time.